this is a really short video about writing half equations for electrolysis, and we're going to do a couple of examples. And the method that we're going to use is we're going to start by writing the reactant, which is always an ion, and the product, which is either an atom or a molecule. Then we balance the elements to make sure we've got the same of each type of atom on each side, and then we're going to add electrons in order to balance the charge. So if we start with magnesium, so magnesium is in group 2. So when it's in an ionic compound, it will have 2+ ions. And then in electrolysis, it is converted to magnesium atoms with no charge. So we've done step 1, we've written our reactant, which is an ion, and our product, which is, in this case, a magnesium atom. Second stage is to balance the element. Well, that's okay here. We've got 1 magnesium in the reactants and 1 magnesium in the products. And then we need to add electrons to balance the charge. So what we need to remember is electrons, which we write as E-, electrons have a negative charge. So if we look back at what we've got here, at the moment we've got 2+ on this side and 0 charge on this side. So in order to make both sides 0, we need to add some negatives to this side. So we know that this side is where our electrons need to be. And if we can see we've got 2+ charge here and no charge here, that means we need 2 electrons. So magnesium 2+ gaining 2 electrons to turn into magnesium. So that, because it's gaining electrons, and when it's gaining electrons, you always write them in the reactants, it's gaining electrons, so this is reduction. Now we're going to have a go at a negative ion, and I am going to do chlorine. So again, our first step is to write the reactant, which is the ion, and the product, which is an atom or molecule. So chlorine is in group 7, so it gains, when it forms an ion, it gains 1 electron. So it's a Cl- ion, and it's in electrolysis converted to chlorine atoms. But we never just see chlorine atoms by themselves. They're always as chlorine molecules, so Cl2. So we've done 1. This is our ion, our chloride ion, and this is our chlorine molecule. Step 2 is to balance the element, and in this case it's not balanced because here I've got 1 chloride ion and here I got 2 chlorine atoms. So I need to put a 2 here to balance the elements. And then to finish it off, I need to add electrons to balance the charge. So at the moment, I've got 2 negatives over here and 0 charge over here. So in this case, I need to add my electrons on this side in order to make both of my sides negative so that they're balanced. Here I've got 2 minuses, so that means I need 2 electrons over here to give myself 2 minuses as well. In this case, we've got our chloride ion losing an electron, or 2 chloride ions losing 2 electrons, and so we've got loss of electrons. So this is an oxidation reaction.